Hey guys, so since Superman is coming out, I know a lot of people saw it early through exclusive Amazon, the exclusive Amazon screens at theaters across the country. They're already spoiling it too, so I don't know if that's going to hurt them on the YouTube channels because of embargoes and all that. I don't know, but I haven't seen it yet, and I'm sure others haven't yet either. But it's obviously very popular. It's got positive response and all that. But I wanted to come on here and show you some Superman stuff that I have to kind of count down to the official release on Friday. And we're going to start right here. You can probably see this. I have Superman the complete animated series, the 1991 from the Timverse, right there, along with on the other side have Batman movie, World's Finest, right there. As you can see up here too, I have the Batman v Superman figure. This is when they did the Batman v Superman movie. I have that one, and of course I have the Batman and the Wonder Woman one to go with it, but I have the Superman one right there. And then over here, of course, I have Superman from The Dark Knight, the anniversary release of the figure, 30th anniversary release of the figure, right there as well. And of course, I got some movies and everything. And this officially, I got this originally. It's in storage in the garage and everything. I have the lithograph with it and all that. I got it, at midnight, doing a midnight release when I was working at Walmart in Lawrence, Kansas. But I did get the Blu-ray version of Batman v Doomsday, which you can see for free right now on YouTube. YouTube is doing a lot of DC stuff, I guess, because of Superman, for free, a lot of the animated stuff. So I have the Doomsday one, I have Public Enemies, Batman to Superman, and then Batman Superman Apocalypse, I think. Yeah, the Apocalypse one, I believe. Yeah, Batman v Superman Apocalypse. And then, of course, got some Justice League in here. Got Justice League Unlimited, the complete series on Blu-ray, right here. And then, let's see what else. Got Justice League New Frontier right here. And then Justice League Flashpoint, Justice League War, if you will. Justice League Doom, right there. I think that's about it. Trying to make sure. Yeah, right there. And then down here, got Justice League, Throne of Atlantis, Justice League Gods and Monsters, of course. I got Thrones of Atlantis. Then over here, Justice League vs. Teen Titans. Then Justice League Dark, Teen Titans versus Teen Titans, the Judas Contract, but it's basically Teen Titans, the Justice League part of it anyway. Got the Death of Superman, the 52 version, right there. Then over here, got Justice League versus the Fatal 5. Then moving along, we got the Reign of the Superman right here. Hold this out for a second. Okay, I got the Reign of the Superman right there. Then I got Superman, Red Sun, Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War on both Blu-ray and 4K. Then Injustice. Then over here we have Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Justice League World War II, and that's about it on those films. Okay, so next up I have this graphic novel collection. This is the greatest battles between Batman v Superman. They got a poster in there for Batman v Superman as well, which is right here. This is the Batman v Superman poster they're talking about right here. You can see, got that right there. That's just a collection of all our battles, from like Dark Knight and everything. So I got this at Walmart while I was working there, and like I said, they released this in conjunction. They released that in conjunction for the Batman v Superman movie. Alright, so comic-wise, I got this as part of a because it's part of a compilation of books. What Walmart and other stores would do, but mostly Walmart would do, is they take like a pack of comic books that had recently come out in the past year. You know, they would take them, and usually it'd be like number ones or some of the more popular issues, and they would place them together in a compilation, like a 3-pack or 4-pack and all that. And this is one of the comics that was released with it, and you can see it's they did it for the Man of Steel movie. But yeah, we have from the New 52 Superman Unchained, which I've read, which is pretty good. There's no doubt, got that. And then this also came as part of the compilation of books and everything. This was also to promote the Constantine series they were doing as well on NBC. You have Injustice and all that. So doesn't really have much focus on Superman in the stories, but of course we know in the game Superman is alternate Superman is the villain. And of course you can't have a collection without having this. This is the original. If I get it out here for a second, this is essentially the original. Well, I wouldn't say original, but this is basically how they released this memorial book on the death of Superman, the memorial set, if you will. And as you can tell, it comes with all of that, and most of that is in here. Most of that is indeed in here. In fact, of course, here you have the comic and everything, and then in the bag you have the whole, shebang, if you will. You have the giant poster that came with it. As I put that out and everything, here we go. You have the giant poster that came with it, right there. The giant poster that came with it and everything. So I was actually happy that a lot of the stuff that advertised to come with it did come in the bag. So that was kind of cool. I had to piece that all together, if you will. But yeah, it all basically came together. It all basically came together here as I try to put that back in the bag. That's the one thing about, having the bag, if you will. It's like a little more tricky to put stuff back in there. There we go. Put it back in there. And of course it came with as well the obituary. It came with the obituary as well. So you got that. Which it came with. Put that back in there as well. And then of course, like I said, came with the armband. This is the armband that was in the comics that they would have the characters wear, and they wanted people to wear it as well to kind of help really promote it. Still in good condition. And it came with a card, trading card, and then of course some stickers, stamps, if you will, as well. It came with basically it came with the whole shebang that they said it would come with. As well as with, the book and everything, as well as with, with the book and all that. So got that as well. And of course, this one's more different because of the fact that, as you can see, it goes to that. So, yeah. Let's put that back in there. And this was a major deal when it came out and everything. It was a massively major deal and all that when it came out because this was Superman. It's like you don't kill off Superman, but that's what they did. And oh yeah, what was it? Hold on, got to put it back in the bag here. I got it from, believe it or not, this is true because when I lived in Lawrence, Kansas, I just had to walk down the street. It's like my apartment was like right over here where the Optimus Prime is, and then the other street going down to like Blockbuster and Dillon's and all that was down this way. I would just go down like past, let's say, that Optimus Prime, past that and like towards the kitchen and all that. And there in that area they had a half-price bookstore, and I went in there, and that's how I got some of the Berenstein Bear graphic novels and all that, and some comics as well. And I saw them selling this, and I was like, oh, I gotta get it. And thankfully I looked in and it had everything. I was like, well, I got the money, I'm gonna get it, and I did. You know, so I got that. Then from Mile High Comics, got the wedding album, the Superman wedding album, if you will, where him and Lois get married. Issue 47, if you will. Gotta put that like that. And then we have issue 662. This is Action Comics. This is when she finds out Superman and Clark Kent are one and the same, that being Lois. And this is what they advertised, I think, in one of the documentaries they were doing. I think it was Look Up in the Sky, the Superman documentary. They had this comic in there, and I'm thinking, I gotta get this comic, and I did. And then, of course, you could see when it was also being released. You can see how old it is. They were advertising the WrestleMania Challenge, which, by the way, I do have. Then we have, what's that? Let's stuck together there. Hold on, something like that. Then we have Superman 18, Man of Steel. This is the beginning of the end. You got Doomsday showing up. And you got Superman Doomsday issue 74. This is before the 75th issue. Adventures of Superman 497. This is again continuing the Doomsday story. Then you have Superman 684, Action Comics, Superman Action Comics. That's part of it. Then you have Superman Man of Steel issue 19, right there. And then here you have another copy of 75. This is the regular copy that they would sell in stores, you know, outside of this one. You know, this was the other copy they sold in stores. This is like the regular copy that just a regular retail copy and all that. It's the same story and all that. It's just this was the more collectible item that people would get because it had everything. So I have another one of those. Then we have the Funeral for a Friend story here. And this went on for a while before, you know, he came back and all that. And I do have the other issues when he came back. I think they're in here. I think they're under there, but I'm not going to get them out right now. But I have 2 copies of Funeral for a Friend, which was Adventures of Superman. 2 different colors. I don't know why. But yeah, we have 2 of them, if you will, right there. And you can tell just by the release, you know, the advertisements on the back, you know, it was released. Then we have Funeral for a Friend. We have Supergirl and Action Comics, right there. Supergirl. Then we have Funeral for a Friend number 3, Man of Steel. Have 2 copies of that. And again, you can tell when it was advertised. And I got 2 copies for Funeral for a Friend right here for Adventures of Superman. But yeah, those are mainly the Superman ones, the Superman comics stuff that I have on hand right now. Like I said, the other ones are in here, they're packed back here somewhere. I'm not going to dig them out right now. But yeah, I got some in there. I got pretty much the whole saga of like when he comes back and everything. You know, so it's all in here. You know, back there and everything, but I'm not going to dig it out right now. I think I've shown those before. I just got to look it up here on my channel. I think I've shown them before and everything and all that. But yeah, I do have those as well to go along with the collection. And to close it out, I do have the Injustice games, Injustice 2 and Injustice Legends Among Us, as well as I also have the 360 version of the first Injustice as well. But like I said, I do have other Superman issues. I'm just not going to dig them out right now. If I do dig them out and look, you know, show them, it'll be later. But I just wanted to come on here and do this video for you guys as we I get ready, hopefully, to see Superman in theaters after this weekend and all that. When I get some money, hopefully, you know, I'll be able to go and see it and enjoy it and all that. But again, I just wanted to come on here, let you know about what I have. And oh, just one more thing, I do have Justice League down there. That's not the Zack Snyder one. I am going to get the Zack Snyder one eventually. Well, I do have it technically on DVD plus R, but I'm going to buy it. I am going to buy it when the opportunity presents itself. I also have the JLA, right there, Earth 2 story as well, just in case you guys want to know as well. But anyway though guys, like I said, I just wanted to come on here and do this, that kind of show you what I have on hand right now. I do have volume 1, season 1 of Lois and Clark. I do have like season 1 of the George Reeves Superman, and I do have Man of Steel on Blu-ray and Batman v Superman on Blu-ray, and you know, just and I also have Justice League, the special pen version, the exclusive Walmart edition that give you the pens to put on your clothes to wear. I have that one as well, the box set on that, you know, for the movie and everything. I do have that, and like I said, I have Batman v Superman on Blu-ray, but they're in the living room right now. I'm not going to get them and all that because of, you know, it's the summer season, you know, that kind of situation. But anyway though guys, I just wanted to come on here and do this video and just show you what I have on hand, like I said. And let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below, like the video, ring the bell for notification, subscribe to the channel. You know, click on the links in the description to find my content also outside YouTube, as well as click on the Teespring store for merchandise you can't get anywhere else. But let me know what your thoughts are. Do you have any of the comics that I showed? Do you have any of the figures that I showed? Maybe the movies? Let me know. Really, that's all I can say, guys. But yeah, until next time, again, let me know what your thoughts are. This may sound a little like out of nowhere, this video and all that, but I just wanted to give you something additionally today with the opportunity that I have, of course, because it's summer break, and those of you that have followed me for a while, you know what that means. But yeah, I just wanted to do this for you guys, and you know, and like I said, in time to kind of be in time with the Superman film coming out. And let me know if any of you went to the Amazon screening. What did you think of the film overall, as well, or do you plan to go see it for the first time this weekend as well? But that's all I can say, guys, and until next time, I will talk to you later. But give me your thoughts, and until then, I am out. Take care. God bless.